Yeah, hello. I'm here today with Peter from Dicky Beach Holiday Park on the beautiful Sunshine Coast here in Queensland. How long have you been managing this property for, Pete?
We've been 15 years, Brad.
Wow.
So it's our home. We really enjoy being here.
Fantastic. And how many of those years have you been using the walker mower here on this property?
The whole time. We purchased our first walker in 2011 and enjoying the benefits of the walker mower since then.
Fantastic. So how many walkers have you actually had?
We've had 3. So we've still got 2 at the moment. We call it our old girl, and we've also got a newer one, which we use on a daily basis. So very good.
Yeah, fantastic. So while we're here today is Walker Mowers have recently released the next generation of collection machines called the C23i. And we thought, who better to test it out than Pete here with his 15 years of experience. So we gave him the machine for a couple of weeks, and here we are today to get his opinion, see what he actually thinks about it. What's your thoughts, Pete?
Oh, it's fantastic. Like Walker, you can't beat it, really, in terms of being able to get that push mode look. But using a ride-on, you just can't beat that and what Walker provides. I really like the ground speed on the unit. The blower is really good, sucks up a lot of things. We've got a lot of leaves and things here as well, so we have to collect our grass. So being able to get this push mode look, it's second to none.
Fantastic. So what are the key things you notice as an improvement on this model to your previous 3?
100% is the blower. And being able to suck and to be able to pick up that, I call it micro rubbish, those little things that just give the finish really good. And obviously the ground speed, like it's certainly a lot quicker than my existing mower. The seat's fantastic, but the actual collection, you just can't beat it, really.
Yeah, it's good. We were chatting before. There's the 2 main things they've improved with this model is ground speed and blower performance. And you sort of can't have one without the other, because if you improve your blower performance without the ground speed, well, you can't utilise that suction. But nor can you increase your ground speed without improving your blower performance, because otherwise you're going to be leaving a lot of debris behind. You're not going to be able to handle that volume of grass. We've got some wet conditions here today. Looked like it was doing a pretty good job before. How have you found it?
Oh, look, fantastic. We have to mow in all different conditions. You know, we're not certainly where we have to just wait until a beautiful fine day. If anything, I like to mow just after it's not a heavy rain, because then the dust factor is heavily reduced for our guests particularly. But it handles wet conditions. Like we've mowed even with the older mower in torrential rain, and we just have to get it done because we want to provide the best product we can for our guests. We want our park to look as best as it can, and all you have to do is look at our Google reviews about the quality and the reviews saying about how good the park looks, and 99% of that is because of the walker.
Yeah, that's good, Pete. Looking around here, looking at these caravans here, you can see a lot of applications where the walk would really shine. Being able to get into those tight spaces underneath the vans or the tight areas, but also the importance of collecting the grass. They don't want to be treading grass and clippings into their caravans, do they?
Absolutely. Like, you know, the thing would be to have a mulching deck or side discharge, but then that just creates issues for our amenities blocks, people walking grass into their actual caravans themselves. Sure. Yeah. And it's just the look that you're after. You know, I've been to many caravan parks that mulch or side discharge, and you compare it to our park, you know, and the look the walker gives, second to none.
Yeah, for sure. It's a credit to you, Pete. It's a fantastic job you're doing here. The grounds look amazing. So obviously that just makes people want to come back, right?
Oh, look, I've always loved mowing, like since I was a kid, you know, and to be able to do it in a park that I manage, it's best of both worlds. Yes, it gets tiring sometimes, but, you know, it's certainly a great machine to work on. I'm happy that we use them.
Yeah, fantastic, Pete. So what I thought I might do is have a quick deep dive into the machine as to what Walker has actually improved on this unit to improve that blower capability and also the ground speed. So I'll just step around the back here of the machine. So you can see, for those that are familiar with the walker, it's a totally different look underneath the bonnet here. From the outside it looks like your typical walker, but everything has changed under the bonnet here, but there has been no skimping in the componentry. The componentry is still high quality componentry. It's still the Kohler Command Pro 23 EFI motor here. We're running 31 100 hydro gear hydros here, delivering that ground speed. That's what gives this machine the additional ground speed. This machine has got an additional 22% ground speed over the previous MC and MT23, and that is thanks to these hydro gear transmissions there. With this blower performance, the previous machines, the C19 and the T23, were running a 10.5 inch blower. As you can see, this machine here has a much larger blower. This blower is a 13.25 inch blower, delivering that extra capacity for collecting thick, wet, long grass, as we have in some of these conditions here.
So that's probably a good point to raise. Like, we're currently running the T23. So that's where I've found the biggest difference between them. When you're talking about the blowers there, you know, there was a significant change between my existing T23 model and this.
Yeah, that's good, and just increases productivity because, as we said before, with the increased ground speed and the increased blower capabilities, that increases your whole productivity around about 25%. Now that's going to give you about an extra 1.5 hours in the day, providing you can utilise it, you've got the application to utilise it, an extra 1.5 hours a day in mowing, which if you're a commercial contractor, you can do the math yourself, but that's a significant of extra revenue that you can bring in. Now, I guess the big question that you're all going to be asking, typically with an improvement in performance, with all these additional features, what's the cost going to be? All those things usually come at a cost, and that's where it gets really exciting with this model, is how Walker has developed this machine, but also increased its value and driven down the cost of this machine just by innovative engineering practices. So if you have a closer look at this machine, you'll notice this chassis is quite a lot different to the previous generation of Walker chassis. This machine has 64% fewer pieces in the chassis, which means it's a lot more efficient to produce. It can be produced a lot more autonomously with robotic welding and folding machines, thus driving down the cost of the whole machine. Currently, as this machine sits here, this machine is $3,500 less than the current T23 machine, but with all that extra performance and features added in as well. And that's predominantly just from the changes and the efficiencies gained in the manufacturing process with the chassis. Certainly not skimping on the componentry. It's still the highest quality componentry you can get in a Walker, so you still maintain that full Walker experience. So I'd like to encourage you today, if you haven't made your first step yet into a Walker mower, this could be your opportunity to get a demonstration on your property and experience firsthand the advantages of a Walker. I'd also like to reach out to the existing Walker owners, those that have got older equipment out there and are wanting to upgrade. Get a demonstration of the C23i. It would be a great upgrade and it represents fantastic value for money. Thank you.